Yeah, this is what I'm gonna lean on as soon as I come in dripping from that endeavor. Hello, my friend. I have one today that's brand new. I hadn't seen it before, hadn't even heard of it. Just happened to be in the store little less than 2 hours ago, kind of perusing around, found some really cool stuff that I think you and I need to try. But I came across this one. It is Central Waters Salted Maple Stout. And if you kind of take a look at that, you can see why I gravitated towards this. Yeah, stout, maple, salted, and it had antlers, moose antlers. So I couldn't find anything on the Central Waters website other than their tap room, which had some information on it. The text they had was the same that's on the can, and it says brimming with real maple syrup and seasoned with a touch of salt. This beast of a stout is layer upon layer of velvety goodness. Perfect beer to round out the winter season. I'm hooked. That would get me, even if I hadn't seen the can, even if I hadn't seen the moose antlers, I'd be in. So this thing clocks in at a 10.75% ABV. That's a lot of alcohol for just a little can, and is about, being a stout, it's got 32 IBUs. We know high IBUs international bitterness unit really isn't going to come across as bitter, I don't think. So let's go ahead and crack it. I've got my tulip glass there, and we're gonna go and pop this bad boy. Let's see here. If the fingernails don't fail me. Oh, that's good. All right, let's go ahead and pour it. And ooh, that is nice and dark. That's like, how maple comes in grades. I think the darker the grade, the higher the letter. Is that correct? I don't remember. Anyway, that looks like a very, very nice dark stout. It has a nice head on it. A little bit of lacing as I'm kind of flipping it around there. You can kind of see. And as usual, it's dark, so you can see if I hold it up to a light. Nah, not a lot coming through. So let me put a nose in this. Oh, so immediately the maple's kind of sitting there, but it's the stout is coming through. That rich roasted malt. There's a hint of the maple coming through. It's just kind of sneaking up on me. I don't know. Sometimes these things don't have the same nose that you might expect. Sometimes all the flavors that are in them don't come forward. But even the richness that's coming through is just speaking of velvetiness. So let's give it a taste. Oh, wow. Oh, sweet. The mouthfeel on this is just perfect. It comes in as this smooth kind of velvetiness, just like they said, and then kind of just whispers away. The ending notes are kind of a dark, rich, not quite a coffee flavor, but it's a little bit there. That little bit of astringency you get from like a chocolate coffee is there. It's getting more and more bitter as I'm sitting there, as I'm sitting here. Let's go for one more. Yeah, if you've ever had some of the bourbon aged maple syrup, highly recommend that, by the way. This has some of those same notes. It is more bitter than I would have thought. It has a little bit of a tang to it, a little bit of a punch. There's a bit of an alcohol note in there. I'm getting just a little bit of I'm getting kind of a flapjacky thing-ish. Flap pancakes, yeah. But it's coming from it's coming from just the suggestion with the maple. The maple's not heavy on this. You and I have had some maple beers before where it's like they dump maple syrup into it. That isn't this. That saltiness is coming through. It's nice and mellow, and boy, this is what I'd want out of a breakfast stout. to be honest. If it's going to be a cold, cold day and I'm home and I'm looking at a driveway full of snow, yeah, this is what I'm gonna lean on as soon as I come in dripping from that endeavor. So you can see that it's just this. The head is still sitting there. It's doing everything it can for me right now, and I really appreciate that. So that is the salted maple stout from Central Waters. It's it's worth it if you can find one. If you can find several, if you can find a full six, go for it. I was gonna buy just one. I couldn't do that. I got friends who come over, including you, so I have to keep some on hand. So anyway, that's the beer for today, and I hope you're having a good evening. And cheers, my friend. I'm all about the moose antlers. Moose antlers. Never mind.